Hello again and welcome back to Let's Play Dark Souls. My name is James. Today we are going to be going to the Undead Asylum again, and then we're going to go down and kill a Hydra. Yes, you heard it right, a multi-headed dragon, although this one doesn't have any heads coming back. But first, of course, we've got to actually get out of, well, this horrible, messy state we found ourselves in last time. Managed to kill the gaping dragon, but unfortunately we're still in a place where we can't spend all of our lovely XP on upgrading our armor. That's definitely the next step. So off we trot, back up towards Andre. Definitely the fastest way to buff your character, which is probably why people can do soul level 1 runs at all, is just because you can go, let's buff all my armor to be maximum power, and then it doesn't even matter about your character. The other thing, of course, is by going back to Undead Asylum, we can actually get the rusted iron ring, and so I can actually wade through this water without swearing quietly under my breath that I just move forward. It's just some damn water. It's not like it's got teeth or anything. I mean, Jesus, dude. So yes, that will certainly help us. Plus we'll get to meet Havel. I mean, I mentioned him probably in my first video, in that you can attack him straight off if you've got the thieves keys. Essentially you can break through the door and just go straight down there. I wouldn't advise it, however, because you do need to be able to at least block his attack a little bit or move out the way sufficiently and hurt him. His armor is basically some bastard hard stuff, and you're going to need something very, very sharp or very, very long to get through it. So yes, that will be all on our agenda over this next video. Like I said in the last one, the episode will be continuous, hopefully, but it will be split into 3 parts to A, make it easier to scroll through, and B, make it easier to remember where it is you've gotten up to. So hopefully that doesn't offend too many people that I've decided to change to that format. Still the same old, managing to kill demons in a timely fashion, hopefully entertainingly. Hell, it's entertaining the crap out of me. Then again, I'm the one with the controller, aren't I? Oh yeah, block. I should really get some parries in. You always need to practice. Not that our Hydra has anything you can parry. I mean, he will just poke his head out for a bit, then waggle it around, you get to stab at it, and then you run away. It will run away again. And I mean, there's nothing more to it than that. The Hydra's probably the easiest on our agenda. In fact, probably the Asylum Demon, which is not quite immediate. We have to explore most of the asylum before we go and attack him, assuming you know his secret, i.e. what he's done to the floor, because the other fat bastard was so heavy that it's all cracked to pieces, and if you step on it you're going to land on the other demon's head. Regardless, you are going to take a heavy tumble, so when you are ready to go fight that demon, you need to be prepped with enough chutzpah, aka Estus flasks. I'm not sure balls and Estus flasks are comparable, but I must admit I feel much emboldened by the fact that you can have health potions. Right, do we want Transient Curse? Do we want... no. Do we want the Purging Stone? Well, we can afford it now, but it's probably better just to spend that straight on armor in the least the short term. The one thing I will say about the Rusted Iron Ring is it probably doesn't matter if you replace the Wolf Ring with it. Even long term, I have found myself fighting Gwyn before. King Gwyn, I should say. He sounds like a penguin. I have found myself fighting him before with that ring still equipped. Because, let's face it, even the best of us make mistakes, and I am certainly not amongst the best of us. Hell, there are people who've been to the moon who wish they reframed their photographs. So, me playing video games on interwebs, you know, is a lot lower bar to meet. We're gonna do an axe one? Yeah, we're gonna do an axe one. Yeah, spinning around bullet time! No, that doesn't really work. Actually, I'm sure someone could mod this so that the controller automatically gives you a sort of spinning bullet time finish to every attack. That would be quite cool, although it probably wouldn't be too hard. You just set the controller to automatically spin at a set speed. Unfortunately, probably very hard on hardware. As you can see, if I rotate the pad too fast, my frame rate tanks when I'm recording it at least. Yeah, OBS is not pleasant. It's not kind to your hardware when you're recording, even using QuickSync. Right, that guy over there is, to be frank, a douche. I think Lautrec should have buggered off by now, because we've killed the dragon down below. Yes, he's gone. Off to do his horrible, horrible, unspeakable deeds, I'm sure. Right, we are going to Andre, like I said, before we're going to back, I should say, to the Undead Asylum. Hopefully you saw me pick up the key to the asylum earlier. Right, let's go talk to the lady. Not because I particularly like talking to her, but because it pisses these chumps off no end.
You are... Then we've no time to fret.
Yes, we must not let this stuff overcome us. Aren't you supposed to give me something or talk to me or something? I think one of them gives me a coin if you talk to him. No. You? What do we miss here? No, I don't care. Give. Gib stuff. Gib. I'm going to have to kill you at some point, so Gib. Oh, sorry, was that a spoiler? No, not really. You have to kill basically everybody who doesn't sell you anything in this game. It's fairly black and white. I say fairly. The game's actually not in black and white, in case you didn't notice. Some of you may have bichromic vision and only be able to see in two colours, but for the rest of us, the game is actually in black and white. And for those of you watching the snooker tonight, in black and white, the red is behind the cue ball. Yes, that has actually been said on British television before. It's probably the funniest thing I've ever seen accidentally said on TV. But continuing on, we're almost at Andre, finally. I'm going to kill these guys anyway, just because the number of times they've hit me. It's time for some payback. Look, he's done it again. I'm going to have to pay him back again next time, probably. Ooh, Titanite shard. Well, you know, that doesn't help into the doesn't hurt into the bargain. Oh, spinning bullet time. Yeah, that would be so much better if it was done at a sensible speed automatically. I'm sure someone will work it out. Hell, it worked out how to fix the game, I mean in literal terms, when the game was first published and was running like a dog's dinner, even on top-end hardware. They managed to get it running at sort of 1080p a lot smoother. Who knows, maybe bullet time Dark Souls mods are yet to come. Slow time and spinning cameras and all sorts. Do a plunging attack and everything goes into double bullet time spinnings. Yeah, no, well, we shall see. But for now, we've got 23,000 souls in which to upgrade our armour from pretty crap to not quite so crap. I mean, that's not a massive jump, but it will feel like it, hopefully, for this next fight, because we need it. Oh, no, that's not what I meant to say. No, you can have it. Please, take it. Yeah, it's all yours. He was asking for the ember, and I didn't mean to say no. Yes, look, it's yours. Yes, yes. Let's get started. Right, modify equipment. Right, for the claymore, we need large titanite. You can't buy large titanite from him, so we're just going to have to find some in the wild at some point. We can reinforce our armour with titanite shards. We have 3, but we will need more than that. So let's buy... Right, reinforce... Right, no, purchase item. Let's just buy a whack ton of these things. What, 9? We need at least 9. So, reinforce armour. I'm reinforcing this armour because we're going to continue using it for probably the entire game. As you may or may not have noticed, the first character in my saves is a similar build to this one, and is literally the same. 4 titanite shards per piece to upgrade to +3. Oh, you're having a laugh. Oh wait, no. 3 to upgrade, I've got 4. Yes. I thought that would be a bit steep. After that, it's large titanite shards, so we need 3, 6, 9, so we need to buy 8. Purchase item. Can we afford 8? Yes, we can, actually, without too much trouble. Reinforce armour. We're going to have to repair as well after this. Not the correct order, but who gives the monkeys? Actually, what is the monkeys that we're giving? Because there's only a couple of things that I know that monkeys have. Right, repair. Sorry about this all noise, there's not a lot you can do about it. But our armour's all good. How is our armour okay? Learn gesture. Hurrah. Okay, fine. It's not praise the sun, but it'll do. Reinforced weapon. No, modify equipment. Oh, no. Modify. Modify. Yes. So what we need is a large Titanite shard. So I'm going to keep my eyes open for that. Actually, can we reinforce our shield? Because, let's face it, we use about 2 shields about 100% of the time. Reinforce probably counts as a weapon, doesn't it? Any shields? Yeah, right. Heater shield +1 will need Titanite shards. Well, we can actually buy them. Actually, what do we need to... I don't think we can reinforce the grass crest because it... Oh no, we can. Titanite shard. Ooh, so then begs the question, do we reinforce the heater shield, which has been so good to us, or the spider shield, or none of the above? The spider shield is a bit slower. What's the hollow soldier shield like? So that's 69 physical resistance, not great against magic, but much more stable. Heater's 55 stability. Yeah, it's all these sort of boring statistics that just take some of the fun out of the game. That's about the same as the heater. Wait, hold on. Heater. Yeah, 130, 70, 50, 55. 130, 72, 48, 56. Well, yeah. Give or take, it's about the same. So, the only difference really is weight, I believe. So we might as well use the spider shield? That's the first time I think I've ever said that. And I've played this game quite a few times, so now I'm confused. Right, reinforced weapon. Do we want to upgrade the grass crest shield? No, not really. What's the night shield like? Oh, don't tell me. Yeah, that's just basically like the heater shield, except... Wait, no, what's its weight like? That's 5.5. Right, that's the difference. Heater shield's 2. Spider shield's 3. Night shield is 5.5. Let's just go with the heater shield. I mean, it's the same stats as everything else. It doesn't do poison, but hell, it's the lightest thing, and you can actually move while you're wearing it. And it's my favourite, so we're going to do that. So, purchase item. Buy like 5 of these, because we're going to need at least 5. Reinforce weapon, because for some reason shields are weapons. Right, 1 of those, a dash of that, and to get to level 4 we need 1 more Titanite shard. Well, that wasn't a bad guess. I'm sorry, this bit is a bit boring, but it's kind of stuff you have to do in this kind of game. Reinforce. No, yep. Oh.
Neither of us want to see you go.
Oy. I totally intended to do that and stop talking to him entirely. Reinforced weapon. Heater shield. Jesus, this is like pulling teeth. I mean, I know... Oh, you only need 3 to get it to +5. I bet we can't afford it. Purchase item. What do we have? 1? Yeah, we have 1, so we need 2. But we can't afford it. Alright, well, we'll come back later.
Don't get yourself killed.
I will get myself killed. That is the nature of this game. Right. Heater shield +4. Sorted. Let's go. Kill us. Horrible asshat. Unfortunately, it's still, until we get that large Titanite, it's still not better to have this equipped, I don't think. 206. And no, not versus the speed difference, that's the problem. Ooh, unless we... No, we can't upgrade our stats. If we could upgrade our strength, immediately the claymore becomes better. Just entirely, everything is better. All the things that were good are now better. Oh, we need to upgrade ourselves so much though. Well, I say that, but that's more greed than it is requirement. I would take upgrade in every way. Don't want to fight some Balder Knights? I don't think it's the time for that. You must gather your party before venturing forth. There's only 1 of me. Oh, well, yes then. I'll just be over here in the corner. Call me if you need me. No, we won't. That Baldur's Gate voice has peed me off so many times. It's like, but the party is gathered. There's like 1 guy that's 10 feet away, and then it goes. And worse is when you've left someone in a building and you're just like, just teleport them. I don't give a monkeys. Oh wait, hold on. Let's use the bonfire so that we'll be respawned here and get the 10 Estus flasks, and Then we'll go up the lift. We can't level up, can we? No. Costs 5.5 grand per level now. Well, whether that would be better spent on equipment is entirely debatable. And probably hotly debated. I say probably because I'm not getting involved. I'll stand on the sidelines and wave. That's as much as I'm doing. This looks so fake. The lighting on here makes this wall look fake, but it isn't. So take that with a pinch of salt. Or like a hefty lump of low sodium salt. Because, you know, much better for your heart. Right, again, now this is why having a start button, i.e. DualShock 3, that actually works is so much better, because you can go woo, 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 woo. Oh look, I'm naked. Right, now of course, you do have to be careful in this jump. It becomes more of a roll the more I do it, so like that. Now, walking up this next bit can be tricky, so roll for it. Unfortunately, you can still make that mistake. You really do need to stand back and then roll forward. But at least, because of our high speed, we'll get out of there before any of the skeletons come back. Something I should mention, in case I forget to mention it later, I would much doubt it. Oh, there's Snory Face McAnnoying, who should tell us about how to link the fires and all his plot. You'll learn the plot as it happens. He's basically saying, yeah, the quest on your shoulders, mate. Go ring the lower bell. But we don't want to ring the lower bell yet. We've got a Hydra to kill. And, you know, a demon-y type guy whose main thing is magic, and really strong magic. It's an AoE. But yeah, we can take him. Otherwise, this would be a really useless game. Hey, here's a game and you can't beat it. Well, okay, now I'm talking about Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, aren't I? Hey, here's a game, and from stock, unless you get a mod or you open it up in Source Engine and patch it, you're never going to beat it. Because it's physically impossible. You might be thinking, say what? That did happen. that game was released and was never patched by the original company. It was patched by modders. Oh, what? Ladders. Now, just careful movement. This is so tricky. These sticks are not sensitive as the DualShock 4, unfortunately. But without that start button, what I'm going to probably do is just take some epoxy putty and build up the DualShock 4 button until it's usable. Right now we curl up in a ball, and the crow thinks we're a friend, because you wouldn't think we're an egg because crows aren't morons, and he decides to take us back to the Undead Asylum. How people worked out to do this the first time, I've no clue. I mean, you have to sit here for a full minute before he actually cares. So, wait, what? I mean, how did anyone work out to do that? Someone must have just clicked that button and then stopped to turn to talk to someone else, and then when they look back, the sequence cut in. I wouldn't have guessed it. In fact, I didn't until I looked in the walkthrough originally. Beautiful scenery though. I thought I ought to shut up for that bit, just so that you can admire the scenery. The question is always the balance between, did you come here to listen to me waffle on, or did you come here to watch the game be completed in sort of, not the fastest possible time, but in a steady, reasonable pace with a melee-only character that you may actually be able to make and do yourself. I mean, if I can do it, I'd certainly say anyone else can. Right, there is a crow's nest round here. You can throw stuff in it and then get rewards for having done so. I really think it's worth it. There are some really good rewards for doing that, but still, it takes so much time. I mean, that's the laziness genes kicking in. Right, as you approach this way, you have to be extremely careful. The place where the original demon was standing the first time you fought him, first time you even saw him, is now super weak, and it's where you're going to fall through to the next boss. So don't stand on it, at least unless you want to fight the first boss of this place. Instead, we're just going to go and explore. Now, naturally, there is a bonfire down here, which is probably the closest one, and is the best way to reset our location to here, because we don't want to get reset all the way back outside, right? Do you see that guy down the end? I mean, you probably do, but he's a Black Knight. We have to defeat him to get where we're going. So, yes, this should be interesting. Best tactics I've found against Black Knights are stab them in the back repeatedly and don't get hit. But, you know, YMMV, as they say, your mileage may vary. Right, now you might be able to parry him if you're good. Well, that was a successful shield parry, but I didn't expect his shield to be coming into that one, so that's why I got my face. Yeah, I should really predict his 2-hit. Let's match out his pattern before we actually. Right, no, there, and then that one. There we go. Now, just from having watched his patterns a few times, you can get a sense of what he's going to do next, because he telegraphs all his moves, but you do have to learn what each telegraphing is. So there, and then there, and then you can take him down. I mean, it's not easy. Certainly, you're going to need a lot of parrying practice to parry a Dark Knight. Oh yeah, we did it anyway. But in any case, that is certainly the easiest way to do it. Black Knight Sword and Red Titanite Chunk. I don't think the Black Knight Sword's worth it, but I'll show you its stats anyway. Certainly in comparison to our Drake Sword. Black Knight Sword, right, let's see. Super heavy, is probably a two-hander. It does, well, significantly less weapon damage because we're not... Is that dexterous? Yeah, we're not dexterous enough to wield it. What a shame that isn't, don't care. Naturally, if we die here, it's not the end of the world. I say not the end of the world a lot, but literally the world is ending. But that is not the specific cause of it. I suppose the end of the world specifically is the fires dying out. And yeah, okay. That guy there is... Do you remember the guy that gave us the Estus Flask in the first place? Who killed himself to try and avoid going hollow? Yeah, he failed. Quite abysmally. If you were going to kill yourself, you should have chopped your head off. At least then you couldn't have gone hollow. Because, you know, no head. That makes it quite difficult. You can parry this. I've done it before. Come on. I need to get the hug in. Nope. The hug, by the way, is almost critical in parrying in this game. Because if you're not close enough, the parry doesn't work. Don't think it's like that in the next game. Goodbye, friend. I'm sorry how you had to turn into an evil, demonic, nasty thing. Let's have a look at his shield. Less physical, weighs more, not really worth it. It's better at magical resistance. We may use that as our de facto magical resistance shield. Let's have a look at the Grass Crest by comparison. Yes, it's actually better for magical resistance. So we have now an item that is worth using for a purpose that is worth using it for. And you don't always get that in a run, in a game. You might spend an hour and just go, yeah, nothing good's happened. Right, do we find anything in here? Where he was laying? No, not really. So let's go back down to the bonfire in the main courtyard. And have a kip. Right, I am going to call that end of part 1. I hope to see you in the next part.